Hi, my name is Chris Brundage, and this is my digital marketing campaign. This digital marketing campaign will involve a hypothetical independent multiplayer game set to be released on the PC through Valve's digital store. The audience for this marketing campaign will be defined by the gender and age of people who are interested in first-person shooters, combined with the gender of people who use Steam as a digital platform for their games. According to Quantum Foundry, a game analytics consulting practice, the target audience of people who play first-person shooters is 93% male, ages from 17 to 36. And according to Steam Spy, a program that scrapes data from Steam, 50% of the Steam users are male, only 2% are women, and 40% of the users are unknown. Given the data above, our target audience is a male in his early to late 20s. The plan for this digital marketing campaign will span 2 phases encompassing a total of 8.5 months. Phase 1 of the campaign will span 5.5 months and will focus on creating awareness and engagement for the game. And Phase 2 of the campaign will span 3 months and will focus on creating engagement and driving sale conversion for the game. Phase 1 will start with the announcement trailer that will be pushed through YouTube and shared via Facebook and Twitter. A simple website will be simultaneously launched on announcement day, mainly to allow people to sign up for the game's newsletter, and a 5-episode development diary series hosted on YouTube will be set up and maintained throughout the rest of this phase. According to Newzoo, a global leader in games, esports, and mobile intelligence, 43% of video game fans now find information about video games via online video platforms. Therefore, the announcement of this game will be pushed through YouTube. Due to the smaller size of the game and publisher, the marketing budget for this campaign will be significantly smaller and will greatly take advantage of earned media as opposed to paid and owned. A Facebook account will be used to provide updates on the game, a Twitter account will be used to engage with consumer questions directly, and a subreddit will be created and used as a forum for discussion. Through an efficient use of social media, this campaign will both cut costs and increase engagement. Here is the mock-up of a simple landing page for the game. The primary goal of this page is to get people to sign up for our newsletter. By requiring people to sign up for the newsletter to gain free access to an early build of the game, i.e. beta access, we can both funnel potential leads into our page and use Google Analytics to measure the traffic sources. And we can gain insight on who these people are through the newsletter sign-up. By understanding who's interested in the game and where they're coming from, we can hone in on our core audience and focus on the website platforms that bring in the most traffic to our page. According to Newzoo, the people who watch gaming content on YouTube is split 60% male, 40% female. The most popular age range is 21 to 35 years old, and the average viewer of gaming content on YouTube is a 28-year-old male. These type of statistics match well with both our first-person shooter and Steam audience statistics. Therefore, we would like to create a development diary series on YouTube for our game. The series would focus on stories within the development team and would host snippets of gameplay to keep potential leads engaged. One episode would be released every month spanning 5 months. Links to incentivize people to sign up for the newsletter would be provided under the video in the description below, and the primary goal of this tactic would be to keep the game in the conscious of consumers up until the release of the beta and to funnel more leads into signing up for the newsletter. Here's the timeline for Phase 1. On January 1st, the game would be announced, the website would go live, and our earned media would kick into gear. There would be one development diary video released every month up until July, and on July 16th, the free beta would go live for the weekend. Phase 2 will start with a digital contest that will allow potential leads to create cosmetic items and allow other people to vote on which of these items will make it into the game. The ability to pre-order the game will go live on Steam, and people who do will enjoy a 10% discount and early access to the game 2 days before release. Finally, by sending out free digital codes to influencers who meet our target demographic, there will be one final push to engage with leads before release. Success for Phase 2 will be determined by the number of pre-orders and sales of the game. Crowdsourcing in-game player creations is not only a trending tactic, but may also be very lucrative to publishers who allow customers to charge for their creations while taking a cut of the exchange. By allowing the people who have already pre-ordered to create in-game items pre-release and creating a contest around the premise, we can easily drive engagement and potentially earn positive PR in the process. According to Adobe Analytics, both pre-orders and revenue from pre-orders has increased over time. By incentivizing people to pre-order the game through sales and in-game bonuses, we can convert more leads into sales. These pre-orders can also help us gauge demand before the game is released, as well as give us more analytical insight into the traffic sources of people purchasing the game. Influencers aren't everything, but when combined with a strong YouTube campaign, influencers can be effective. According to Newzoo, successful YouTube campaigns increase brand awareness, and more than half of the videos on YouTube come from influencers themselves. Here's a look at an influencer campaign from another smaller independent game that was released in 2013. Notice the spike in Google search popularity after the release of influencer videos. By providing free digital keys of our game to influencers 2 days before the release, we can increase the number of leads post-launch of the game. Here's the timeline for Phase 2. On July 14th, the crowdsourcing campaign would begin. On August 18th, the campaign would end and winners would be announced. On the same day, the release date of the game would be announced and pre-order bonuses would go live. On September 14th, digital codes would be sent out to influencers and pre-order bonuses would be taken into effect. On September 16th, the game would launch worldwide. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed my digital campaign.